we have to cover this because this is the one thing the Falcon fans has definitely called for all of 2023 was to fire Arthur Smith. So when the news broke out that you were fired, that not you, but the Falcons, correct me, were, fired head coach Arthur Smith after 3 straight 7-10 seasons. He was the former offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. He did pretty well there, which is why he got the job. But your overall reaction on him being fired, and then you guys hiring Raheem Morris as your next head coach in Atlanta. What was your overall reaction? What was the talks? And what did the organization say, exactly within these moves that were made?
I think, in the NFL, it's a results-based business, right? And I think that you at least, if you're Arthur Blank, the owner of the Falcons, you at least wanted to see some kind of progress, right? You want to see some kind of upward mobility. So you go 7-10 in year 1 with Arthur Smith, and then in year 2 you go 7-10 again, right? So in year 3, you gotta at least have a winning season. You gotta make the playoffs. You have to have something to show that you're not just plateauing, because 7-10 again is like, it's not awful. There's something there. They're winning 7 games. But it's also not good enough to win the division or make the playoffs or have a winning record. The Falcons not had a winning record since 2017. It's been a while. So, if you're Arthur Blank, you get a little impatient because it's like you want to at least see progress. And then this, last year happened. And as you mentioned, they got off to a good start and things looked like they were getting better. And even with, and look, I know Falcons fans do kill Arthur Smith, but again, it was a lot about the quarterback play. There's no doubt about that. Quarterbacks are I don't want to repeat myself, but it's the most important position. You need a competent quarterback there to win games, to make the playoffs. If you don't have one, it's going to be really, really tough for you. It's just going to be hard. Even as good as the defense could be and the rest of the offense, you need that quarterback because the ball is in his hands. So they go 7-10 again. They kind of collapse down the stretch. And I think if you're Arthur Blank and you're the organization, you don't have really much of a choice. I think you have to let, Arthur Smith go. And, they did talk to Bill Belichick for a little bit, right? That didn't come to fruition. I know some Falcons fans were excited about that possibility. But if you ask anybody around the league about Raheem Morris, you're not going to find a lot of people saying negative things. He's a very positive guy. He's very charismatic. He's now been an assistant on 2 Super Bowl winning teams, one in Tampa and one in Los Angeles, so with the Rams. And also, he was in Atlanta. He was in Atlanta for several years. He caught the he won a Super Bowl, and he went to the Super Bowl in Atlanta. He didn't win. As Falcons fans know, they did not win that game, although it was close. 28-3 was the score if you remember that one. So there is that history with him here in Atlanta. He was the interim head coach at one point. He already had a relationship with Arthur Blank.
Don't let him stop you. Back against the wall, beating all the odds. Yeah, are you gonna score when it's time to ball? Overcome your fears. Never thought you'd make it this far. Power on overdrive. Your hunger won't let you fall. Doors opening up like a butterfly. Opportunities here. Now